I'm Sharon Bill. Welcome to my Music Theory Tuition series where I work with you step by step through the ABRSM Discovering Music Theory grades. I'll work through every single exercise and explain everything you need to know. You can access information about the books I have available to help you on my website. Go to sharonbill.com. For advert-free and longer lessons, you can become a patron at patreon.com/SharonBill. If you can give me a like, that would be super, and please do subscribe to my channel to stay updated. You can support this channel by buying me a coffee at buymeacoffee.com/SharonBill. We move on now to page 10 of the Grade 4 Discovering Music Theory workbook, looking at some more compound time signatures. Just as a quick refresher, last lesson we saw how we could still stay in duple compound time but double the unit beat, and instead of having 6 quaver beats we could have 6 crotchet beats, or instead of having 2 dotted crotchet beats per bar we could have 2 dotted minim beats per bar. And the same in triple compound, we could have 9/8 doubling up to 9/4. It will sound exactly the same, but instead of counting 3 dotted crotchet beats per bar, we can count 3 dotted minim beats per bar. So we've doubled here, we've doubled our unit that we're counting in, and there's no reason why we can't go the other way and halve it and go into smaller divisions, and that's what we do here. So instead of having, for example, 6/8, which is 6 quaver beats per bar, which is duple time, 2 dotted crotchet beats, we can go to 6/16, which is 6 semi-quaver beats per bar, which is 2 dotted quaver beats. It will sound exactly the same. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, group 1, group 2. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, group 1, group 2. And we can do that in duple, triple and compound time. And so instead of 6/8, 9/8, 12/8, where we're counting in units of quaver beats, we can have 6/16, 9/16, 12/16, where we are now counting in dotted quaver beats, and we're dividing it into 3 semiquavers per dotted quaver beat. The principle remains exactly the same. So we can see that 6/16 has 2 dotted quavers, which is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 semiquaver beats, and we can see it's still duple time there. 9/16 has 3 dotted quavers, quaver beats per bar, which is divided into groups of 3 semiquavers. It's compound triple, group 1, 2, 3, and then we have 12/16, which is quadruple time. We have 1, 2, 3, 4 dotted quaver beats, which we can see is compound time. It breaks up into groups of 3 semiquavers. So there we go. We usually dot in dotted quaver beats, but as it gets busier, sometimes we can just beam across the entire bar. So just as we would perhaps if it's just kind of dotted quavers, as it were, we can just beam them simply. So we'll look at that more thoroughly as we get entrenched in the time signatures. And so there's nothing new in a sense. We're just going to count out the maths. So first of all, we need to find the time signature, and then it's much easier to add the beats per bar. And so we can see we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 semiquavers, and we can see it's group 1, group 2, so 6/16. So we can see it's grouped into dotted quaver groups, 1, 2, 3 semiquavers. 1 quaver equals 2 semiquavers. And so we can see there's beat 1, there's beat 2, there's beat 1, there's beat 2, because 1 quaver is 2 semiquavers. There's our third semiquaver. There's our duple time, beat 1, beat 2, beat 1, beat 2. That's 2 dotted quavers in duration, isn't it? Let's look at this next one. So now the principle's the same, but we can see we've got crotchets as our unit beat, and we can see we've got 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 over 4. It's going to be compound triple time. So here's beat 1, beat 2, beat 3. So let's look at this. There's 1, 2, 3 crotchets, 1, 2, 3 crotchets, 1, 2, 3 crotchets. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. There's beat 1, beat 2, beat 3. And so here, there's a crotchet. Quaver plus quaver equals crotchet. There's a crotchet. There's our first group. And then here, we can see that that's going to divide into 2 dotted minims. So we can see there's a group of 3, group of 3, group of 3. There's beat 1 dotted, 2, 3. So we're counting 1 dotted minim, 2 dotted minims, 3 dotted minims, 1 dotted minim, 2 dotted minims, 3 dotted minims, 1 dotted minim, 2 dotted minims, 3 dotted minims. And of course you can just count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 to be sure that you're entirely accurate. So do go ahead and try the remainder. I'm hoping that you've had a go of this. Let's now try this together. So let's see what we've got. 1, 2, 3, 4. 3 quavers in the time of 2 quavers gives us another crotchet. So that's 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So 6 over 4, which we know is duple, compound, 2 groups of 3 crotchets, 2 dotted minims. So there's beat 1, there's beat 2. So there's 1, 2, 3 crotchet beats giving us a dotted minim. 1, 2, 3 crotchet beats giving us a dotted minim. Beat 1, beat 2. There's a dotted minim, which is our 3 crotchet beats. There's crotchet, 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 dotted minim. There's beat 2, and then beat 1 and beat 2, because a dotted semi-breve is the equivalent to 2 dotted minims. And then the final one, we're going to the other extreme, and we're going to the smaller divisions where we've got semiquaver beats. So we've got to see how many semiquaver beats. This is perhaps the easiest bar to start with, because we know that a quaver is 2 semis, and then the dot is half as much again. So there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 semiquaver beats. So there's our dotted quaver units, group 1, 2, 3, showing us the compound triple time. So now we can know where we're working from. So here's 1, 2, 3 semiquaver beats. Here a quaver is worth 2 semis, and then 2 demi-semis is the same as 1 semiquaver. There's our next group of 3, and that's why it's beamed to show us our dotted quaver unit. We can see each new beat is beamed to show us, so we can quickly go 1, 2, 3. So here we can double check the maths. 1 quaver is the same as 2 semiquavers. There's our third completing the group. So we can see there's beat 1, there's beat 2, there's beat 3. There's beat 1, there's beat 2, there's beat 3. Now here a dotted crotchet is worth 2 dotted quavers. So there's beats 1 and 2, and then we can see quite plainly there's our group of 3 there's our final dotted quaver. So that's beat 1, beat 2, there's beat 3. And then here again, we know that that's 2 dotted quaver beats, so that's beat 1 and beat 2. And then there's our dotted quaver rest, there's beat 3. And that's that page nicely finished. I hope this is helpful to your studies. Please do like and subscribe to stay updated. If you'd like to support this channel, you can buy me a coffee, and for advert-free lessons, you can become a patron. Do visit my website where you'll find many resources available to help you. Visit sharonbill.com. Thanks for watching. Bye.